Alright, it's update time for my 0.5 martial artist monk build. So the last video got some traction, I had another buddy that wanted to copy it, and I made a mobalytics page for fun, so I thought I'd update the video going with it. I also fixed the survivability a lot of this build. So we were rocking out with Herald of Ash, and honestly we just don't need Herald of Ash and Herald of Ice. I have really good clear without it. So I grabbed Ghost Dance, because the mixture of Wind Dance and Ghost Dance gives us a lot of survivability. Because Ghost Dance is giving us more of our energy shield back per evasion rating, and since we're rocking out with 66% evasion rating, and we also have more deflection now, I'll get into that when we get into the passives, we have 55% deflection. Those two things combined is giving us a ton of survivability, and when we are getting hit, Ghost Shrouds is giving us extra like defense, along with giving us back that energy shield recharge. So it's just giving us like an extra, just making our ES almost effectively doubled. It was really, really nice, and it comes back pretty quick. And then of course Wind Dancer is the Wind Dancer, that's giving us more of our base evasion as it stacks, and then hitting them with Tailwind, or I think it's called Tailwind, Gale Force, my bad, when they hit us, which will blast them back and get them off us for staggers. So that helped a lot with survivability. Another really quick little thing I did for survivability was I grabbed these, and these are huge. They're just like a stun charm, a slow charm, and a freeze charm. I did that out of order. But these also are giving me life back when they're used, and honestly these alone, because they have a couple uses each, help me so much, especially the stun and slow charm. You get them back as you're fighting because they just have charm charge recharge rate, and you're getting that extra, just a little bit extra life and negating it. Genuinely did so much for that. That plus Ghost Shrouds, and I haven't died in a while. I'm level 93 now. I've been rocking out through the Atlas. I've been doing like triple Abyss maps because I've just been trying to farm Abyss stuff because in my opinion it's some of the best way to get currency. I'm just doing like really nice maps with as much monster effectiveness as I can get on them without like buying maps off market, because I'm trying to be cheap about it. Because I am a broke boy, it's the whole point of this build, it's for broke boys. Something that's not for broke boys, Trinity. Trinity is a really good skill. If we could use it as a passive I would, but it costs 100 spirit. But it's giving us 3% more element damage per affinity of any type. We're going to be getting elemental affinities. It's just going to be giving us type, basically because we're doing mainly ice, it'd be giving us a ton of extra ice damage, like 30 or 40%, like huge. Sadly, I just can't fit it in the build while having everything else. However, if you're not a broke boy, you can fit it in the build while having everything else. You can get Trinity and plus the level on a necklace. Now, unfortunately, the cheap ones are about 28 divs, and this would kind of hurt my build because I'll go over my necklace in a second, but this only has +1 to melee as opposed to like +3 and cold. But it does have Trinity built into the skill. So it's a cool way to get Trinity. I mean, obviously it does exist. You could get 3, but then you're jumping up to like 100 plus divs, and that's again just a +3. Hey look, this would be awesome. Global defense armor, let's see. So 23% is the highest you can roll on that. Lightning, +4. Oh, this would be awesome. If you have 150 div to drop, there you go. So sadly I don't have that kind of div, although I am kind of saving up to try to get a cheaper one, although if you want your own, I'll quickly show you how to get one. Alright, so if you don't have 150 div to drop and you want to have something to try to chase for, you come to your Genesis tree, you go over to this part of the Genesis tree, which is the part for making amulets, you spec it all the way up here to have a chance to make these absent amulets, and then you go over here to have a chance to make them improved. Like basically, it's not 100% chance, but better. I don't know. I've done it like a couple times, and we can try it right now. I don't have enough high blood to even bother. But yeah, so as you farm breaches, you'll get high blood, and if you get high blood, you can put those in there and gamble for some amulets. If you get lucky, it'll drop, and you can either use it in your own build or sell it for a fat sum of cash. I know that doesn't have much to do with this build, but just something to look forward to or work towards if you have this build. That being said, here's the necklace I'm using in this build. It's got increased evasion, increased energy shield, and plus the melee skills. Those are the real important things. The 17 and 7 to all attributes is a nice bonus, and I needed the cold res, but you can fix that into your build in other places. Rarity's just there. Ideally I'd have more of those, and ideally I'd have a +3. The necklace is definitely the weakest part of my build, but I have Trained Strikes anointed onto it, and Trained Strikes is giving us 20% more critical chance for our attacks, which is awesome, and 30% increased magnitude of our non-damaging elements, so our freeze chance on critical hits. So it's a little shame that it's not a flat buff to our magnitude, and if you wanted, you could also anoint... Oh, it's right around here. Yeah, I was right on it. Pressure point! And Pressure Point will just give you 35% increased stun and freeze buildup. This whole build's about stun and freeze. So that's pretty good. I kind of wanted the extra crit rate. Eventually, while we're here, I'll just finish this up. So this is what my tree looks like now. It's coming along. What I'm going to do by the time I hit 100 is I'm 93 now, so we got a couple more nodes. Is I'm going to come over here, up here, I'm going to grab this one for 20% more of each non-damaging ailment, which will be nice. I'm going to grab one more to help with my freeze buildup, because I'm still not fully freezing random trash mobs. They're just dying to my damage, but I want to be triggering Herald for even faster clear. Which is kind of funny because I'm overkilling them. But anyway. And then I was going to grab the last point here. This node gets revealed when you have these two nodes triggered. Well, that's it. Other than that, I have the build. So I was going to grab this to make it so they can't stun me as easily. And then just a little more freeze buildup. And then these nodes are just a little bit of element damage. And then build up, basically. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole build if you take it all the way to 100. Same here. Nothing's really changed up in here much. It's awesome. That's that. Here's the new staff I'm using. The increased physical's not hurting me at all, really, but it's definitely like it's part of the reason I'm gonna need to get the extra ice. If you just had adds to add like thunder or fire there instead of that increased physical, it would be better. But big cold, accuracy's whatever, huge roll on that. Obviously +5 to melee, 16% critical damage bonus is huge, and attack speed. So this is a really good staff now. It's way better than the one I had in the other video. It still needs a little work, but we're getting there. Gear's basically the same. I grabbed this belt just so I could have some more slots. We're still, of course, maxed on all our reses. We're actually 2% over normal cap on ice. There's that breakdown. As far as skills in the build go, it's still basically the same. We just have more survivability now, so we can kind of run. But it's still spin, hit a couple bells, pop charge staff, hold W with whirling assault, boss hollow form. Or I guess you can, I honestly don't use it that much anymore. But you do have this if you need to do more damage. But I just don't use it. Like, I find most bosses, I just don't even need it. Sometimes I don't even need to hollow form the boss. I can just run up and hit them with whirling assault. We are doing pretty good damage now. The build's feeling awesome. Ooh, I'll show you guys my atlas, because I didn't do that last time. So here's my atlas tree. The one I have on Mobalytics is kind of what I'd recommend. You should probably grab this and like finish this out. Obviously finish these out. I finished these. This one doesn't matter, except if you want to do temple for anything, grab this, go for temple currency, and then you can just keep running toward the boss and you'll get like a decent div farm if you kind of like temple. Other than that, temple's kind of the worst mechanic in this league and I wouldn't recommend touching it at all. Rogue Exiles and Abyss. Oh, and Shadowbox are nice, but mainly just Rogue Exiles, Abyss, that's your money. Breach now can be money if you want to sell Breach Catalysts or try to farm for some of those necklaces. They can have a bunch of those different skills on them. That's a good way to make some money. Other than that, I'm going to keep clearing. Oh, one last little thing, if you didn't know, although I doubt this will be the video you find this out on, but if you head over to the site of the Chosen, you can grab a free skill point. Have fun, guys.